Welcome to the Loadout Music Podcast, featuring intimate conversations with emerging and established musicians, recorded at the Gaslight Studios in St. Louis. And now your host, Aaron Perlin. Welcome back to another episode of the Loadout Music Podcast. We are coming to you live on tape from the Gaslight Studios here in St. Louis, and we have a special treat. We've been trying to do this since before COVID, but to actually have a band live, and we're joined by a band that I really have recently discovered in the last couple months. They are from the state of Georgia. They are called the Georgia Thunderbolts. They're a southern rock band. I think they're really terrific. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So since we've got everyone here, we probably need to go around and do introductions for the audience. So, Mr. Kenny G? Just kidding.
Kenny G? No, I'm kidding. I'm Zach Everett. I play bass in the band.
And I'm Logan Talbert, and I play guitar.
TJ Lyle, I play harmonica and sing, piano.
Bristol Perry, I play the drums. I'm Riley Kazort, I play guitar.
All right, so first and foremost, we know you're from the city of Rome, which wasn't built in a day. Tell everyone that hasn't been through the state of Georgia, where is Rome, Georgia?
It's go ahead. It's about northwest of Atlanta, probably an hour.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of a big.
Closer to Alabama.
Yeah, we're like
Alabama.
maybe 45 minutes from Alabama, something like that. So
Up in the mountains.
it's turning into a huge city day by day.
Yeah.
You know, I try to drive through the streets of Rome at about 3 or 5 o'clock. It's going to take you an hour to get from one side, from West Rome to South Rome, and it didn't used to be like that, man. When I was a kid, I remember, not having a whole lot of traffic, but it's grew very, very rapidly.
Well, as anyone who's driven through Atlanta knows, it's, you
gosh.
go 3 miles and it's going to take you 45 minutes.
We avoid Atlanta for that reason.
Absolutely.
In case anybody didn't know, Rome, Georgia was named after Rome, Italy. Yeah, so there's that.
I didn't know that.
So how did this band come together?
All right, so you want to take this one, me? All right, I'll take it, man.
Go ahead.
So me and Bristol, we actually played football together at Armurchie High School. It's right down the road from Rome, maybe 10 minutes. And me and him used to hang out, in the locker room, and talk, whatever. And he started playing music one day, and it was some good old metal music. And that's what I like to hear, some Pantera, Black Label Society. And everyone else, man, they was into more rap and country music, which, don't get me wrong, we listen to some old school country too.
Love it.
But we got to talking, man. He's like, I play drums. I was like, I play a little bit of guitar. And we hung out or whatever. And we'd go out and we'd play at like some open mic nights and stuff. And we acquired Zach Everett. And shortly after that.
For a first-round draft pick and future considerations, you acquired him.
Yes. Yeah. He's like a 12th round draft pick.
Okay,
I love you, bro. But we acquired Zach. And then shortly after that, about a year after that?
Yeah, it was about a year.
Year and a half. We got TJ, man, and we used to go up to Sixes and play at the open mic night, and we would hear Zach and TJ used to do some Alice in Chains covers and some grunge, and we just heard TJ, man. He had some pipes. Don't get me wrong, Zach was all right at playing acoustic guitar, but
anyways,
TJ had some pipes on him, man. So about a year and a half later, we actually got TJ to sing, and we had a show like that week, dude. And he learned like 4 hours worth of songs. Yeah, we used to play 4 hours a night. But we was at practice, and we were doing, some Southern rock songs like Give Me 3 Steps and stuff. And I was like, dude, we've got to have another guitar player if we're going to do this kind of music, you know what I'm saying? So Logan was actually hanging out with us, and I'm like, dude, strap on a guitar, man. Come in here and jam with us. And we played Give Me 3 Steps or something like that, one of them old school classic Southern songs, and he fit perfectly, man. So here we are, us five, and we're going to be us five until, this thing crashes. Which
by the way, the first song we ever played together was Stranglehold.
Yeah.
Yes, and that was me, Zach, and TJ, and TJ absolutely killed it.
Arguably the greatest guitar riff ever.
Dude, that is a killer bad song.
So the way that all happened was them two were, like best friends from football, and us three grew up together because we all live within 2 miles. He lives 30 feet from me, and he lives 2 miles down the road. So it just it naturally worked because when we got TJ, we were like, hey, our other best friend plays guitar. So it was just perfect.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it because,
it's perfect.
a lot of people don't really realize it, but when you start putting a band together and you don't know anybody in the band, it's different because we have a different chemistry and like a bond, like, you know, family wise, because they were all best friends and me and him were best friends, and then we just kind of collided.
Yeah.
And we know that, you know, they're good people. They're not strung
And
out.
now we're all
or
best
nothing.
friends.
Yeah,
so
we're all
But
best
it takes
friends.
time to build that chemistry, right? I mean, it's like you basically formed an organization, like a company.
Exactly.
And you're getting used to working together and understanding those dynamics. And especially, I mean, I think you brought up a really good point, Riley, when you were talking about needing another guitarist, because I don't think there's a great appreciation, particularly in fans of maybe country music, even rock music, of the layered nature of what you guys are doing. And you hear it if you pay really close attention, but the layered nature of the lead guitar, the rhythm guitar, the percussion, the harmonies, the bass. I mean, people take bass, I think, for granted, especially in rock and roll music, but they don't really understand how it can, especially the bass interacting with the percussion, and how it can really kind of drive a song.
There's a lot of people that get it, and there's a lot of people that don't. And I mean, in Southern rock music, you definitely got to have that bass back there because it was like built off like bluesy roots, you know what I'm saying? And blues is nothing without a bass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, even Stevie Ray would have to have a bass player, and he was one of the greatest guitar players of all time.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, you're absolutely right, for sure. I like that you said that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So Logan's a beast on the rhythm, too, so it helps out.
Oh, God, yes. I put him up there with Malcolm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this is 6 years ago, and you guys have been kind of slowly.
This is our 6th year, I'm pretty sure. We formed in 2016, so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
15 is when us three were playing together.
Yes.
So talk about the progression. At what point do you guys start writing original material, and at what point do you say to yourself, "Wow, this isn't shitty," and you feel like we've got original material that can actually.
Honestly, right off the get-go.
Yeah.
The first song we ever wrote was Old Friend.
Yeah, that was the first
Yeah,
song
it
we
was
ever, and
the-
that was
yeah.
like a week after we first started actually like practicing together, all five of us.
Yeah,
and it
which,
was like a week.
me and Bristol and Zach had already done a little bit of writing together.
Yeah.
But whenever we all got together, TJ, he writes most of the words you hear is either him or Richard on the songs, and then we write all the riffs, and we'd go in there, and he would just ask, he'd be like, "Dude, please just keep playing that." And I would get tired of playing it, dude. I'm tired of hearing most of the songs that we do. No, I'm kidding. But he would ask me to play it until he got the verse written. So I'd be sitting there playing for like a good 30 minutes, the same riff over and over. We're all playing it.
Yeah.
And he's in there writing, and he may need to go inside or, get away from it, just listen to it faintly, or he may need to sit there. And it all just comes together, man. Like, it's been natural to us, I mean, I think since we all got together, I would say.
Yep.
So TJ, talk a little bit about this. You and I were talking off camera before about the songwriting process. So you write a set of lyrics first. That's typically how it works. You've got something in your mind. Where does your inspiration for creatively come from typically?
I don't know, really. I listen to a lot of different music, and I think that helps out a lot. I listen to a lot of stuff that's relatable to, the times that we're in today, and I try to make that relative to the younger crowd and the older crowd. If you can hit both, you get more money.
And so you take a set of lyrics and you bring it to the band. Do you typically have a melody already kind of in the back of your head?
Sometimes I do, and then sometimes I'll say something to Riley, and he'll take it a different way, and that's what it works. That's the way it goes, Or sometimes I'll say something, I'll have a melody, and he'll take it that way, and then we'll go off of that. It's just a 1-2 punch thing, really.
I get on their nerves because I'll just hear stuff while we're playing the song, and I'll be like, "Yo, stop." Like, dude, listen to this. And I'll sing it, and then they'll make fun of me because it sounds dumb when I do it. And then we do it, man, and it's like, dude, that's the way it was sounding in my head, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which we all kind of do that, but I know I get on their nerves.
It's like it's the way it works because we don't write anything like separate. Like it's always us five in the room, and the way TJ does it is the same way Riley does it. Like somebody has an idea, like a melody or like a riff or chord progression in their head. Even Bristol, sometimes all five of us come up with something. Bristol will have a lick or something like that, and we'll come together and we'll go, "Hey, let's make a song out of this," and then it's just like that, and we'll just sit there and sweat it out and get it going. And that's how every song we've ever written has been written. In the same room, all five of us
Absolutely.
together. Everybody has their parts, and then we throw it together, and there it is.
It's real and it's true. It's raw.
Yeah.
It's raw rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not. I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of stuff that's out and is popular today, they go in there and they
fabricated.
They take 3 chords and. Well, you know what, dude? Make your money. You know, tour, make big money playing those songs, but. I feel like those songs have been written so many times, dude.
But is it more the minimalized chord structure, or is it more that how a lot of bands are using technology today to replace the creation
both.
of true musicians?
That's exactly what it
It's
is,
both. Yeah, I mean, because, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like, okay, say I go see Jason Aldean. Well, I'm not looking up there saying, dude, that guitar player, man, you know, I love that guitar player. I want to hear him play a lead. Like back in the day when you go see, I mean, we never got to see him, but if somebody went back and saw Led Zeppelin, dude, you're there for like the whole band, and you're like, God, I can't wait till he plays the drum, you know, John Bonham, or God, I can't wait till he does it. And it's like we write, like, we got riffs and stuff, man, and we got true lyrics that, you know, kind of happen. It's stuff that we write about that happens in life. And I just feel like a lot of songs that people listen to are more party songs, just talking about, you know, alcohol and women, which, hey, love both of those things. But I don't know, man. I just love the fact that we're trying to bring back some good old rock and roll, man, because there's tons of people out there that have been missing it for years.
And we just write about the way we live.
Yeah,
Nothing
because it's not
else.
mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have been missing that, and but that's really all I was gonna say about that. But
Okay, well, speaking of writing about the way you live, I think we're going to hear a song from you right now. This is called Looking for an Old Friend.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Sweet. We are the Georgia Thunderbolts, and this song is called Looking for an Old Friend.
Hey, this is Aaron Perlett, and for those who've been listening, know that Well-Being Brewing is pretty much my favorite drink in the world because I quit drinking alcohol a couple years ago and discovered Well-Being, and it really has been my salvation. I am fortunate to be joined by Jeff Stevens, who is the founder and CEO of Well-Being. Jeff, first of all, thank you so much for being a partner with The Loadout, and tell us about, this is such a unique non-alcoholic beer because it actually tastes like great beer.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that because that's the most important thing for us. We invested a lot of money into figuring out how to make great non-alcoholic craft beer, and that was something that I was really interested in. And to have someone like you say, you know what, I can drink this beer and do all the things that I would normally do and don't miss a thing, that makes it all, so great for us.
And it is a craft beer. I mean, I was from the time I was probably 14 or 15, I was a drinker until the time I was about 47.
Yeah.
And I have always been a beer guy, beer and bourbon. And I especially got into more flavorful beers over the past 10 years. But Well-Being, whether it's the Hellraiser Amber or the Well-Being, and you've actually got, or the IPA rather, and you've got a pretty nice group of growing products that are pretty impressive. But what's the secret to, when you compare it to some of the other more watered down imitators, what's the secret to making it so good?
Yeah, there's several ways you can make non-alcoholic beer, and we chose this way called vacuum distillation. So what it allows us to do, and this is the thing that comes through, is we fully ferment the beer. We make it just like you'd normally make alcohol beer. So it's ready to be alcohol beer, and then we take it, put it in a vacuum, lower the boiling point of the beer, and gently remove the alcohol. So what you're left with is all the mouthfeel and the flavor of beer without the alcohol. And I think that's where our products are distinct, is that mouthfeel, that aroma, that flavor that really comes through, versus you can stop the fermentation. That's another method. And those are a little more watery, I think, or just don't quite hold up as well, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for being a partner. If you want to sample Well-Being, you can go to wellbeingbrewing.com and use the code Loadout10. Loadout10 at checkout, and you will get a discount on Well-Being from being a Loadout listener. Jeff, thank you so much for being a partner, and thank you so much for making this amazing product.
Aaron, my pleasure. Thank you for drinking it.
And we're back with the Georgia Thunderbolts. That was Looking for an Old Friend right before the break. Talk a little bit about that song. What is that song about?
That song's about forgetting where you come from and then realizing that you've had people around you that cared about you all along and you didn't have to be someone else after all.
So the idea that you were kind of striving to maybe reach a different social group or whatever to get friends.
It's just not worth it. Be who you are means more than trying to be something else,
Yeah. Be yourself, be real.
It has a deep meaning, dude. All of them do. I mean, the way I kind of relate to that song is like, you go out of town, you go on tour, you might make a couple $1,000. Well, don't go home and act like you just made a couple $1,000.
Just live your life and don't try to live anybody else's.
Go home and be yourself, man. Go and take the old lady out to fish or something, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, young lady. She's younger than me, but, go home and just, a lot of people, man, that, I feel like kind of let it go to their head, and stuff, but, I mean, I hope that we always stay true to what we are, I hope if we make $1 billion that we come home and, it's just the same, go hang out with the same friends and family, and then nothing change. But that's kind of what I get at. I don't know, man. I dig deep into the stuff he writes, and like, I'll sit there and listen to it at the house, even though I've heard it a million times, and it really drives me nuts to listen to it.
But it touches you.
Yeah, it does, because like, it's crazy to know that I have a best friend that is singing for my band that can write stuff that really relates to me personally. You know what I'm saying? And I like to tell him what I think the lyrics mean, because he had a totally different idea about it than I did. And that's the cool thing about music, is like, you might, Zach may have a different meaning to this song than Logan has to it, and vice versa.
If it means anything at all to anybody, that's something.
So
it's a piece of art, and it doesn't matter necessarily. It has one meaning to you, but it might be interpreted. Like if you listen to the song called Lake Marie by John Prine, and it's a weird fucking song. And it's one of my absolute favorite songs, especially it is my favorite John Prine song, but there are 10 different ways to interpret the song. You could talk think about it as a circle of life, or you could think about it as just some type of narrative that happened to a couple. But I think everyone that listens to it, my wife and I will sit there and we'll debate what we think of it, and we might hear another time she's like, okay, now I know what this song's about. It's completely different. And none of them might be wrong. None of those ways might be wrong, because you might be like, you know what, that's totally applicable to it wasn't how I was feeling when I wrote it, but it fits into that groove.
Now do me a favor, next time y'all do that, listen to Come Together. I don't care what version you listen to, okay? Just listen to Come Together. It don't matter if it's Beatles, Aerosmith. And I want you to shoot me an email or something and tell me what you think the song's about, okay?
But I will listen to the Ike and Tina version.
That is fine. That is fine.
I love Ike and Tina. And now a quick word from one of our sponsors. Have you ever wanted a tightly wrapped American flag around your waist with a giant bald eagle face placed squarely on your junk? Or how about a Steve Harvey coronavirus mask? Or maybe the next evolution of jorts in the form of a hot and sexy denim Speedo? But maybe, just maybe, you're dying for a pair of Kansas City Chiefs overalls or even leopard pants. Yes, 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 and most definitely yes. And it's all pretty easily found at Shynesty, the perfectly weird party gear website that I find myself escaping to every time I need a mental break from the miserable 2020 we've been having. So check out our new sponsor at Shynesty.com. That's the word shine, STY.com, and use the code LOADOUT15, that's LOADOUT15, at checkout. Now back to this less than spectacular show. So, you guys you're all young guys, but you have a dream. You guys are collectively chasing this dream, the five of you, with, of course, your high-quality roadies outside. But, you want to be rock and roll stars. You want people to listen, to enjoy your art, but it is hard. I mean, you've got to go play like shows for, 10 people one night, and maybe the next night you've got 300 people. But what's that like? Is you're traveling around, you're trying to make a living, you're trying to pay your bills, but that together you guys have something, but it's like the struggle. You know what I mean?
You just got to keep it together and get sleep.
You mean not get all drunk and like not let everybody else go to sleep?
You gotta get rest. That is the main thing, and you gotta keep your head on straight. That's the biggest thing.
And be yourself, because like you said, if there's 10 people or 300 people, be yourself.
We'll put on the same show.
Exactly.
Yep. We're gonna give it everything we have every show.
I think, like, for me personally, like, speaking from my point of view and all this, like, and I think I can speak for them too, or them as well in this. It's like, it was never about being a rock star. Like, we all wanted to just play music. Like me personally, I don't care about being a rock star. That means nothing to me. Like, what I care about is the relation from, like, a riff that I came up with, like, sad in my bedroom, turned into a song with my best friends, and then somebody else in the crowd, like, feeling that. Like, that was what it was about to me.
I just want to write good songs.
It's like it's never about, like, I'll be so tired or, like, whatever it is. It's like, I don't care. Somebody will be at that show. Like, even if it is one person, that person might be there just to hear that one riff I came up when I was super sad in my bedroom at like 3 a.m.
But 1 + 1 = 2. I mean,
exactly.
If you can create that piece of art that someone ultimately connects with, and then another person, then you ultimately, I mean, whether it's your stardom or not, but you do want people to enjoy your art, right?
Goal. I didn't mean that. I mean, like, the rock star life. But that's the goal. That's the dream, and it's a beautiful thing that, like, two of my best friends that I've known my whole life, and then these two, my other best friends.
But you tolerate, you put up with that.
They're my best friends now. I don't even say best friends. Really, we're brothers now. But like, it's a beautiful thing that all five of us, had the same idea, because we were all in the local scene when we first started, when we were like 14, and like, everybody went through that struggle of, like, having to find a band, and, like, there's still a lot of them are still doing that, and, like, that's, you don't want to be in that place, and we got extremely lucky that I grew up with two guys that had the same thing, and then we met these two guys that had the same thing, and it was just,
everything happens for a reason, man.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, and you see that when you look back on your life.
Like he said earlier, though, like, I think we want to have enough money to be able to provide for our families and have our own place, get out of our parents' house, whatever. But after that, dude, we don't need nothing special, dude. We're here to freaking travel around, play music, meet people, even though, with everything going on and stuff, we've kind of cut back on going out and hanging out with fans and stuff, just trying to keep healthy because it will
Except
take
for
you
last
off.
night. So.
Yeah. No, I actually stayed in the room, honestly.
Yeah, you just got plowed in the room. That's okay. That's all right. You got to do that. You got to let loose at some point.
Exactly. But yeah, man, that's really what it's about to us, dude. Is like we love, almost as much as we love getting on that stage and putting some energy into people. We love hanging out and talking with our fans, man. And I hope that one day if there is 15,000 people in front of us, that we can get out there and talk to 15,000 people. I know that's not gonna happen, but
Your fans
it'll
will
be
make
nice.
you.
Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to talk
They've
to
made
all
us
of them.
so far, and we're really grateful for everything
for
that
sure.
they've done for us and continue to do for us. And
Yes.
Yeah, but isn't that isn't that kind of a beautiful feeling? Like the other night, my band and I, we played music, and then afterwards, we were the opening band, and we had chosen to be the opening band because we're old and gross and just wanted to go to bed. But the guys who were the closing band, one of the guys came up and was, saying, "Wow, you guys are a great band. Why aren't you closing?" and this and that. But isn't that like an unbelievable feeling when whether it's a fan or whether it's another band who actually has a better understanding for what you're doing?
Oh, yeah.
They come up to you and they're talking to you about what you've done, and it kind of you're like, this is the reward I was looking for psychologically.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's crazy because, dude, you're never going to see yourself play.
Yeah.
You can watch videos, but it's never going to be like...
It's not the same.
Yeah, when we went, me and Bristol, we used to go see Smoke, our Blackberry Smoke.
Yeah.
And you walk up to the stage, man, you see the drum kit, you see the amps, and you're like, God, dude, this is going to be
Preston's
an awesome
badass
night.
drummer.
And then you come out behind the stage, and it's like, dude, this is like so different. I'm never going to see myself do this.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, people walking up to you and they're like, dude, we'll get off stage, and sometimes we'll be like, dude, things wasn't clicking tonight. And you get off stage and like 10 people walk up to you, that was the best show we've seen y'all play.
Yeah.
It's like, are you serious,
Yeah,
dude?
you didn't really screw it up on that.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned Blackberry Smoke because when I hear you guys, and I know their music very, very well, I think they're a pretty remarkable band and an underappreciated band.
For sure.
But you guys seem to fit into a very similar groove with those guys. Just stylistically, you kind of rock in the same. I think you're a little heavier at times, but
Right.
But I mean, you guys seem like you're coming from a real similar place to those guys.
Well, I mean, we listened to them.
Definitely grew
and
up,
we've played
yeah.
with them. Like me and Logan learned the whole Whippoorwill album whenever it came out. We were young. Like we learned the whole thing on guitar. So like we're fans of them. And like I remember when one of our first goals as a band was like we want to open for Smoke. You know what I mean?
Which we did.
Guess
which
what,
we
baby?
did.
It happened.
Yeah, we did. But where I was going was that was like they're definitely one of our influences for sure.
Yeah.
But we listen to so much stuff, all of us. Like TJ said, I mean, he listens to everything. I listen to everything from Middle Eastern music that they roast me about to
God.
Skinner. You know what I mean? So it's like,
If somebody looked through all of our playlists,
Yeah,
they're
that'd
going to
be-
be sitting there probably with their chin on the ground because they're going to be like, y'all listen to all of this stuff? Yeah, do you not hear it in the music? Come on, people. No, I'm just kidding.
If anybody knew that Logan celebrates the entire catalog of Air Supply, they wouldn't know what to do. All right, speaking of Air Supply, we're going to do another song here. This one is Change the World,
yes,
right?
sir. Change
All
the
right.
world.
Let's hear Change the World by Georgia Thunderbolts.
We're the Georgia Thunderbolts, and this song is called Change the World.
1, 2.
Say the future's burning brighter than our eyes can see. But still there's something we need to be. Wanna make your peace with the people you know. It takes a lot of love just to carry that alone. Say you wanna change your world, now don't you wanna? Yeah, you wanna change your world. I hope
You've loved everything you've ever known. You spread your love, you see how far it's grown. You've touched everyone, so the people they say, if there's a brighter light, there's another way. You say you wanna change your world, and don't you wanna? Yeah, you wanna change your world, I know you're gonna. We're living in a changing world, you know it's gonna. So let's change your world, I know we're gonna. I know we will. It's about the time for us, we say. If there's a brighter light, there's another way. You say you wanna change your world, and don't you wanna? Yeah, you wanna change your world, I know you're gonna. We're living in a changing world, you know it's gonna. So if you wanna change your world, I know you're gonna. Take it home now, come on.
I definitely hit an A chord in there that was not supposed to happen. Can you fix that, brother?
And we're back with the Georgia Thunderbolts again here at Gaslight Studios in St. Louis. And guys, it's been really good. That was Change the World. Talk a little bit about that song, about what it's about, and how it came together.
Well, that song's just about, you know, looking at your day and trying to live your day like it's your last every day, you know. And we took it to the studio, and we were rehearsing for our showcase in Nashville at the basement. Richard had Ron Berman, head of A&R for Mascot Records, coming out to watch us in Nashville, and we were working on it, and we did it how we wanted it to on the record. And then Richard had an idea for the ending, and then turned it around, and then they were working on the ending and stuff, and then me and Richard kind of jumped in on the lyrics and stuff on it and kind of worked it around. So the song basically means that, you know, live your life every day like it's your last, and reach out to the people who are not as fortunate as you, and try to help them as much as possible.
Was there something happening in your life at that moment that
All
kind
the
of
time.
inspired that?
All the time.
Yeah. Definitely.
Was there something particular going on, though?
Yeah, we wanted a record deal.
Yeah.
And so it's really about where you wanted to go with your life more than
Yeah.
anything else. Like, just
Yeah, like if you know, you do good, see good, you know, stuff like that. And
It'll happen to you.
Yeah, it'll happen to you. Good things come to those who wait and are patient. And, you know, we really just tried to.
And lucky,
And
because we got lucky.
And you speak that
it takes
out.
a lot of luck, right? I mean,
We're very blessed.
Blessed,
you know.
yeah. It's
We-
crazy though, dude. Like I was just not singing it in my head, dude, and I just got a weird feeling in my stomach. Like, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like it's like I
You
don't know,
speak
dude.
things, and if you speak things into positivity,
Yeah.
normally they'll come true, and if not, it just wasn't meant to be.
I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to win the lottery.
go.
I'm going to win the
It
damn
may
lottery.
not be the actual lottery, but you'll win something.
I'll win some? Okay, I'm going to keep doing that then. We'll see.
See, I have an even different outlook on that song.
Yeah?
So yeah, it's crazy.
You guys can't
I'm
agree on
different, guys.
anything.
I'm different, man. I'm different.
All right, so what is your outlook on that song, though?
Man, I just think like basically it's sort of the same thing, but to me, like, of course, the name of the song is "Change the World." Okay, well, obviously, we want to change it for the better, right?
Yeah.
And there's a line in there. It says, "The future's burning brighter than our eyes can see." Well, that line right there just like hits you right in the freaking heart, dude. Because she's already, like he just now said, like speaking positive things, they come. Well, she's already seeing the future and it's burning bright. So obviously,
It's going to get better.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you know
Always
what I'm saying.
better days ahead.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. I love
Dave
that line. That's
Chevrolet.
my favorite line.
Shit, really.
So let me ask you this. We have an exceptionally divided country right now. You guys are from Georgia. Everybody kind of speaks with a southern dialect.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get pigeonholed? Like, because, you speak and sing with a southern dialect, you might sound like Leonard Skinner, that you're like, oh, they're a country band, they're this and they're that. But you guys just want to, and I've heard, actually, we talked about Smoke before. Those guys just said, no, we're just a band. That's all we are. But do you ever feel like you get pigeonholed like that?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's-
People talk, and the truth of the matter is we are who we are, but we don't talk about like things like that
We
because
hold
we
no
don't
prejudice. We cast no stones. We
Yeah.
are people,
Yeah.
just like everybody else.
It's
care.
crazy
We don't
though.
want to be discriminated
Yeah.
against for whatever our beliefs may be, but we don't put that out in the world for a reason because
It's
we don't
just-
want to discriminate against anybody else for their beliefs.
Yeah.
So
It's
there's no
crazy to
reason
me
for
at the amount of judgment these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
unreal. You could just open your mouth and be from where you're from, and then somebody will just cancel you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we
We're
have
not
a
about
culture.
that.
We all share a common culture. We are Southerners, and we're proud to be Southerners. But that does, that's just because that's where we're
You
from.
don't know nobody till you know them.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we love everybody, and we treat everybody as if they're one of us.
Yeah,
I don't know
judge-
you, but if you want to go have a beer and talk, maybe I get to know you.
Hug
You
it
know
out.
what I'm saying?
We go hug it out.
We don't judge
You'll be
somebody
holding
with a
them under an
Midwestern
umbrella.
accent for being different than us. So why would somebody else judge us
Yeah.
because of the way we talk?
And we've
we're
been
the same
hanging out,
way.
man. It's great to
Yeah.
meet you. You're a cool
We've
guy.
been hanging out.
Yes.
We are tight. We are going to become pen pals,
Yes.
like old people like me used to do. But do you find that because of that perception, and because of the fact that we are living in a remarkably judgmental period of time, where people look at you, they look at the way you're dressed, they listen to the words that come out of your mouth, and because they might sound a certain way, not necessarily the words themselves, but because they sound a certain way, that maybe you don't get to go play gigs certain places. You're not,
Yeah.
say, like Welcome in
Absolutely.
New York or whatever, where you might.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we
I
feel
don't-
that way.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, honestly, that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
Like, as far as playing shows, but, people might put some rude comments on a video.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother us.
Like you guys are a bunch of dumb rednecks, that kind of
Exactly.
bullshit.
But we
Yeah.
see it,
And it's
we
like,
do see
it's
it.
like, dude, like, you don't even know me, dude. Like, how
Yeah,
you
like,
gonna
Yeah.
call me
you
something?
don't know our beliefs. You don't know what we think and talk about. You don't know the care we have for
Yeah.
people, and that's why we play music. We literally put our hearts out there every night
And you
for them to step
yes.
on.
You can listen to any interview from 2016.
Yeah.
You're going to hear the same thing every time because it's not bull
Yeah.
crap. I
Yeah.
won't say crap. But we're
You
here.
can,
We're
you can
here.
say whatever language you want. We're good.
We're here for fans, and we're here to touch people,
Yeah.
and we're here to actually make a relation with people. And as you can tell, I
Yeah.
love to talk. So whenever we get off stage, I love to talk to people and get to know them, and I love for them to get to know me, so they can go on there and defend what those comments are saying, dude.
So you guys are going across the country. You're playing small places, as big a places you can play. What's that like? I mean, you roll into towns. I mean, you kind of waking up at a cheap motel, whatever,
It's
sleeping in your
nice.
truck.
It really is nice
You know-
that people care enough to bring us out of our home state to play.
Yeah?
That's the best part about it.
I mean,
We get fed good.
For example, like just 2 days ago in Piggott, Arkansas, a small town.
Oh, it was awesome.
Most people won't ever hear of it, but it's a small farm town. We roll into town. It's like everybody's like, yes, we love y'all. We can't wait to feed y'all. We got some of the best barbecue we've ever had.
They made it feel like
Yeah,
home,
and
and
it's
that's
like
hard
that.
to find on the road.
Yeah, and it's like for
sure.
You roll into a small town in the middle of nowhere, and everybody takes care of you. And
It's
it's like
like-
it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
you know?
like we rolled into people like us, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just kind-hearted, great people. One of the people that helped us get there actually hadn't drank since they were 21 years old, and I requested some beer, and they did not want to go in the liquor store and get it, but they did it, And after the show, I was like, dude, if we ever play here again, do not do that. If you feel that strongly about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were just great people. Like, he did that, but, you know, he didn't necessarily want to. And I'm like, dude, if we ever play here again, don't worry about that. Do not do that. And they treated us kind of like family. Like, we get there, dude, they got snacks lined up in the camper. They got Gatorades. And that doesn't really ever happen.
And also, the fire department had this huge 30 by 40 American flag flying because we played on 9/11.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about it. I said, I'd like to get one of those and use it as our backdrop on stage. He said, give me till 5 o'clock. I'll bring you one.
Brought us
He
a flag.
gave us
Brought us
a
some
20
big
by
old
30
flag.
foot American flag from Piggott, Arkansas Fire.
Yeah.
Great dude. Awesome people.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
That happens sometimes, you know, and like we're super grateful for that. But there's also times when we roll into town, everybody's like, what the last question was like, listen to these guys talk. Like, what are they, idiots or something like that? Yeah, you know.
So I'm just curious from a geographical standpoint, where was that, or what state was it? You don't have to
Oh,
tell me
dude,
the state.
honestly, the
We're
first
heading
time
to
we ever
Colorado.
played in Dallas, Texas, it was like that.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they don't talk like us over there, you know, I mean, which is, they're Southerners too, but it's just funny, you know, we rolled into Dallas, Texas, and like they hated us.
We were playing.
Yeah, we got booed off stage. pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
There
but
was
stuff like that
crickets
happens.
and
You ready to have a good time? No.
Yeah.
they were just they were just staring at us. They're like,
It happens.
what is this?
And then we played in San Antonio the next
was
night.
huge.
It was one of the best shows we've
was
ever
great.
played. Like it just, you know, it's just random. You can't predict it. It happens to every band.
Yeah.
You know. but
Yeah.
I can honestly say though, lately, like everywhere we play, dude, it's like standing
They're loving it,
ovation.
man.
They're loving
They're
it.
loving it.
And it's been great to see, dude. Like I'm my bad mother.
You just got to stick it out. You got to keep your head on straight. You got to stick it out. You can't let it get you down.
Yeah, we're just building the fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, we hope, you know, if we play somewhere, you know, like Dallas, maybe the next time we go up there, we'll
Yeah.
get a little more reaction.
Bring the cowboy cheerleaders
And
with
there
you.
was-
Some of the
Yeah.
strongest,
Amazing.
some of the strongest fans that we have now from Texas came and seen us at
Yeah,
that
that
show.
night.
The
That
only
night,
ones
and they
clapping.
loved it.
Yeah, the only ones clapping.
Only ones
Yeah.
clapping.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, dude. We had people there that bought our merch that were completely silent.
Yeah.
Some people don't get up and express themselves, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine, you know?
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a kick in the face that
Yeah.
night, dude.
It's
Like,
gotta hurt.
First
I mean,
time
it's
we ever
gotta
play in Texas.
Yeah, that was our
Yeah.
first time in Texas too. So we were like,
like,
whoa.
oh,
And then
deep, deeply rewarded. Thank you, Texas.
Then we get
We'll
our
be back.
beer stole the next night. So
Yeah,
we got
somebody
our
cut
gear
the lock
stolen.
on the trailer.
Stole
Wow.
a couple
It
things.
was a bad trip to Texas.
Yeah, that
that's-
was like a bad first 2 days, and then that night that we got our stuff stole, we played in San Antonio, and it was one
Now
of the
every
best
time
shows
we've
we've
been
ever
back,
played.
it's been
It's
wonderful.
packed.
I just got to think, man. What would Dimebag Daryl
I mean,
do,
we
you
played
know?
in Houston, and we sold what, like 100 and something. It was 150 tickets at that place, or
Yeah.
something like that. You know, it was great. you know?
So what's what do you guys? What's the next hurdle for you? What's the next hurdle for the band? What's
Surviving tour.
yeah.
Yeah.
This will be
Getting
the-
rest.
This is our first tour coming up in October.
Yeah.
We've never been gone from home this long.
For
I
a
don't-
month.
Yeah.
We're going for a month.
So you're going for October. Where do you start? Where do you finish up? How does the
We
tour
start
look?
in Pennsylvania. We finish in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But it's like this is the first
Just
time
goes
that
down
we've
the
ever
coast.
played consecutive shows in a row. Like I think the longest run we have is like 6 days in a row, and we've
Yeah.
never done that.
Yeah.
And then we get a day off, you know. But this is going to be our next hurdle. Like
You're gonna
you
find
said.
out just how much you like the rock and roll
Exactly.
lifestyle.
Well, I mean, like, normally we're gone like what 3-4 days a week, you
Yeah.
know, on the road, like a day to travel and then play 2 days in a row, and then Sunday
Yeah.
or Monday
Come
travel
home.
home.
Yep.
But so like, you know, we're normally gone. We're used to being gone, but not like
A whole month.
A month.
yeah.
We're going to see which one of us wants to kill each other.
You can find out just how close the brotherhood is. All right, we have been talking to the Georgia Thunderbolts from Rome, Georgia. Boys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
for having us.
I'm Aaron Pearl. This is the Lowdown Music Podcast presented by Shynesty and Wellbeing Brewing. And now we are going to go out with one last song. I believe this is Lend a Hand, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks again, fellas. Good luck with
you.
everything, and thank you for being
man.
here.
Thanks for having us, man. It's been great.
Roll with it or get rolled over.
You daggum right.
Hello, everybody. We are the Georgia Thunderbolts, and this next song is called Lend a Hand.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Well, I can see what they mean when they say that you gave up
everybody put you down, no one would pick you up. Well, I'm here to tell you, friend, you're not the only one. I've been there before, and it's a bridge you have to cross alone. Lend a hand to me when you feel down, and you keep your head, 'cause it's the only thing it hasn't come down. Yeah! I got a lot of time left to live and things I can't take back. I got a lot of demons, Lord, and they're trying to pull me back. And I just can't sit around and wait for things to turn. I gotta make it happen, 'cause there's a lot I've yet to learn. Lend a hand to me when you feel down, and keep your head, 'cause it's the only thing that hasn't come down. Well now, woo! Lend a hand to me when you feel down, and keep your head, 'cause it's the only thing it hasn't. Lend a hand to me when you feel down, and keep your head, 'cause it's the only thing it hasn't come down. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Talk about some rock and roll, boy.
Hey folks, if you made it this far, and judging by our numbers you haven't, thanks for listening to the Loadout Music Podcast. You can always find us at loadoutmusic.com and wherever you like to get your podcasts like iTunes or SoundCloud. And of course, as always, thanks to Gaslight Studios for hosting us. Have a good one.